Welcome back. In the 2 decades or so since coming to the fore, he has released more albums than the number of years his career spans.
Too much bloodshed.
And when one takes into account worldwide tours,
Ratatam sons flow.
collaborations with some of the biggest names in music, Anthony B is among the most critically acclaimed international firebrands in reggae.
Nobody wanna plan the car. Everybody wanna read the bar.
Yet at no time the journey was easy for the Fire Upon Room singer.
Fire upon room. People fall on him scissors and comb.
In his early years, political incorrectness in his music generated huge controversies and has been fraught with legal issues in more recent years.
You don't have to say you're sorry.
Right now, right here on stage, the original firebrand, Anthony B. Anthony, sir.
Give thanks.
So good to have you. Okay, jump in for me and just talk to me quickly about the most recent legal woe. And I think it was in Trinidad?
And Tobago.
And Tobago.
Yeah.
It is said that you were arrested for leaving unpaid bills behind or something of the sort.
No, well,
What exactly was it?
what really happened, I was to be on a show in Trinidad and Tobago with Sizzla
Yes.
and Low Culture, I think Cape Town.
Okay.
At that time, I was on tour in the US. I get arrested in Georgia, so I couldn't leave the US.
Oh, it was at the same time?
Same time. I couldn't make the show.
Okay, so everything went into...
Everything went into
into
I
chaos.
couldn't, yeah.
Okay.
We have a negotiation with the promoter that I would make sure he is the first promoter that I come to Trinidad and sing for.
When everything is cleared up.
Everything is cleared
because the case in the US, the marijuana case, you were charged for possession
Yeah.
and intend to
Distribute.
distribute.
You understand? Because when you're in a moving vehicle. But the whole thing in the US is that I own the vehicle.
Yes?
So when you own a vehicle, if they stop the vehicle and they find something illegal in the
They
vehicle,
pin it on you.
and nobody
On the
claims
owner.
it. So if
Oh,
no
if
one
there was no claimant.
Yeah, if there's no claimer, that means you are the person. So even if I'm home, sitting at home, and my name and the
So
vehicle,
it wasn't you.
it wasn't me.
The
You
shaggy
understand?
line fitted
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
time.
so it wasn't me. You understand? So-
But did you say who? Did you know?
No, well, that's not part of our curriculum neither. As a Jamaican,
Yeah.
being a Rasta man,
No
being
snitch.
from this
Man, no
okay,
snitch, you
yeah.
say. Okay, then.
So you know the street. You understand? That's a cool.
So you took the rap.
So the case dropped.
Eventually?
Eventually, because for 9 people, it was like maybe less than a ounce. And you go to a court with
Less
9,
than 1 ounce,
Less
yes.
than 1 ounce.
Okay.
So to distribute that for 9 people, that's like less than a spliff.
Oh, so it must be done all of you.
All of us, because cheers, no one claims, so you have to distribute the 9, or you're gonna share this ounce between 9 persons.
Oh, so that was a technicality
So
in
that
the
was
case.
a technicality in the case.
And you got off as
So
a
the
result.
case dropped.
Oh,
so
wow.
went to Trinidad. I was talking. I wasn't the person who the Trinidad promoter booked the show with.
Okay.
He booked the show through the agency in New York.
Yes.
So he don't have a contract with me. He don't have an email with me and him going to and from. So it's just a verbal agreement that, okay, I'm gonna give you back this date.
So what was the charge exactly? Because it sounds
He didn't want to take back his money.
okay. And
So-
you offered to give him back the money.
Same day, next day, everything.
He didn't want it.
He didn't want back his money. He want the date. The problem with him getting the date now is that he's saying to me, the show is $12,000. I sent you $6,000 before, so here's what you're gonna do. Because you missed the show. I did miss the show. I was in a legal problem. So
Yes.
he want me to take that $6,000 to come and do the show. Forget about the
past,
balance.
yeah, the issues. And the balance, oh.
Yeah. And I must.
So
and
you
he's-
were now going to have
To buy
reduce your fee by 50%.
Yeah, and then also buy the ticket for the rest of my band member.
Oh, wow.
It is 9 persons traveling in my band. So he's gonna buy 2 tickets.
Oh, wow.
So
that sounds amazing.
and then I have to go now and buy the other 7 tickets. So I say, you lick your head or something.
Okay.
So I offer, say, you have to take back your money and everything. He said, no, he's not taking back his money. So then I went ahead now and booked this show with because I get an offer with Barry Sammons and Jack Ure. So I went with that promoter. And I even
In the same Trinidad?
In the same Trinidad. I say to that promoter, find this person.
Okay.
Give him this amount of money before you confirm the date with me.
Oh.
To make sure that there's no problem. You understand? The promoter, go and find him. He said he don't want no money from the promoter. You understand?
So he's adamant.
So he's adamant that, okay, he's going to take it. So I start to think now that which way he's going to take it, because he got no legal way to take it. Because I don't got business with him, he got business with my agency. So if there's any legal...
So, but weren't you arrested in Trinidad?
I'm going to explain to you now that when we get... He didn't want to take back the money. So this is Jamaica. I know people in the police force. I know people in the law enforcement. So sometimes if you can't go through the legal channel to get what you want, you go through a personal channel. You understand? You take a personal channel. If it was a legal channel, I would be arrested in the airport in Trinidad. I couldn't allow to come to Trinidad owing this man his money legally. But he got personal links. So he planned that he's going to arrest me on the stage in the venue. So while he's going through this channel now, the legal, my lawyer is the ex-minister of security in Trinidad. I already attained a lawyer because now we have the CARICOM court. So we can try a case anywhere. So he didn't know that I have a lawyer. The police who come there didn't know that I have a lawyer. My lawyer is also a member of parliament.
In Trinidad?
In Trinidad, at this present moment. He's called Mr. Hines.
So you were not put behind bars?
They couldn't put an handcuff on me.
So a release came out that you were arrested?
Yeah, because they come with a warrant, with the guy, with the promoter of the show. So when they come to...
So it's a rigged up
It's
warrant.
a rigged, that's what I'm telling you, it's a personal connection. The reason why Trinidad stepped in now is it is this country of Trinidad who intervene. You know.
The government of Trinidad,
The government of Trinidad intervened because they say
right.
to save the CARICOM court, they have to. So I go to court in the night.
Okay.
The judge was at the court waiting for me 2 o'clock in the night.
Oh, to resolve the issue?
Because what they're doing is illegal.
So it's over and done finally? Or
it's over because the court ordered that legally, this is the only legal proceeding the court can take.
Okay.
Is that
there
to give
can't
him
be
back
any
his money.
appeal or none?
No, after just give him back his money, that's all. Because what he's asking for is not legally. The court cannot offer him that. He's asking for me to know that Anthony cannot come back to Trinidad unless it's for him.
Oh.
And he didn't want back his money like that. He wanted to get back a show, and I buy 2 tickets, and I come back and do the show. So, that's what he was asking for. So all his...
That's a big ask.
And the judge...
That's illegal under Trinidad's law. And CARICOM law.
Under CARICOM law, because he's asking for what they call an infringement of trade.
Okay.
So he's telling me I can't work in Trinidad, only for him.
Oh, hence
and that
the
is,
CARICOM court.
Yeah, that's illegal. You understand? So.
Okay, there you go. All right, so I hope our listeners learned something from that about some of these legal procedures. All right, so your arrest in the U.S. caused you to be stuck, derailed your career for a little bit. How long was it?
1 year, 6 months.
You were stuck in the U.S., couldn't move.
Because I'm a resident and you have to
go through all that. So how did the case affect your travel documents? Are you able to travel to the U.S. then?
Yeah, I'm a resident.
You're a resident, so you can see go and come.
I got my family, everything there, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So that's why I stayed. If I fly out at the moment, then that would be a problem.
All right, some of the impact on your career for us, because many shows were canceled.
Yeah.
You couldn't go anywhere. You're a road warrior, and you couldn't do shows.
So I canceled like maybe 67 shows.
Jesus, that's a lot of shows. Yeah. In 1 year, 6 months.
In 1 year.
That's how many shows you would have done in a year? In 6 months?
Yeah, because I was supposed to be an overjam in Croatia, and I missed that show. I was supposed to be in Australia, Sydney. I missed that show. I was supposed to be. So I was supposed to be like maybe 4 different continents.
Oh my goodness! So what have you done since? What have you done since? And so you are actually now on a relaunch, a renewal, a rebranding of
I started traveling back from March last year. And I only get 2 months break since. I come home now.
Okay.
And I'll be leaving the 4th. The 28th is my first show of this month. The 4th, the tour start. The 28th is just a single show.
Yes.
So on the 4th of July, we start our tour until the 19th of September. So we'll be in Europe, Australia, New Pacific Island, Solomon Island, New Zealand, India. We go to Japan.
There's a little absence of you. There's some absence of of Anthony B at the local scene for a while. Is it because you're now a U.S. resident, or is it your international obligations, your work?
It's international obligation and demand.
And demand for Anthony B, the artist.
The artist.
Because we're talking about all continents, right?
Yeah, we're talking. Understand? So, Anthony B, for the last 10 years of my career is like, I watch Onstage. I know that every week I'm looking out to see an Onstage show.
Yes.
And it must be wonderful. So, every year, 10th of September, you could look to see Anthony B in this venue. So it's the same thing over year to year.
Oh, that's how I call you back to every single one of these venues?
So the 1st of January, you'll find Anthony B in the Dub Club in Los Angeles. Yeah. And this is for the last 9 years straight. That's why I can't do Rebel Salute. That's why I can't do Sunfest. It's not like I don't.
Oh, so these promoters keep renewing the contract immediately, rebooking.
It's going good.
Yes,
so
because
why wouldn't I not
perform?
Yeah, Anthony B come to Dub Club, 3,000 people, it's sold out. I make my money, you make your money. Why not do it again next year?
Oh, wow.
So this is how my career is.
So that explains for us why we haven't been seeing much of you here.
No, because it's like Germany, I do Summer Jam last year. So this year I have to do Reggae Jam. Next year I have to do back Gil.
And for our listeners who may not know, these are some huge shows. These are some massive
50,000
events.
60,000, 100,000.
Okay, so recording. Tell us give us the recording side of the career now. Where are you with recording songs and so on?
Well, I put up my album last year, Winfred, sell more than 17,000 copies. And publicly I see that Busy Signal sell the biggest album, which is 5,000 copies. Yeah. But I'm not on VP record. And I'm on my own label.
Oh, I see.
So I went to Reggae on the River and I pressed 5,000 CD. And there it goes. All the 5,000 CDs are done. I went to another show and I got 3,000 CD. That's 8,000 CD in 2 nights. I don't come to the news and say this. I don't go to the media and say this. This is the first time Anthony B has been on Onstage talking about traveling the world.
In a long time.
And you understand, I'm one of the only reggae artists being to New Delhi, being to Istanbul, away from the Malis. I'm one of the only reggae artists who can pull 20,000 people in Poland, away from the Malis.
Yes, because
you understand? So these are things that...
So some people might have heard me say the original Firebrand, and they didn't understand that you were there before Sizzla Kalonji.
Right there.
Right? He came shortly after.
Yeah.
As Firebrand artist. In dancehall.
Dancehall music.
Yes. And so for those of us who were wondering what's up with Anthony B, is our good business.
It's all good.
Business is good.
Business is good.
Business is
and
good.
we reach a point now where it's no longer about us. Because we got kids now.
Yes.
And our kids going into their teens now.
How many kids have
I got 5.
Do you have?
5.
5 with one lady?
I got 3 with one and 2 outside,
Okay, so your wife and kids are in one home with you,
yeah.
the head of the household, I take it?
Yes.
In the U.S.?
Yeah.
And they're in the States?
But they're here going to school here.
Oh, you're schooling them here?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Jamaica education. I want them to have that.
Well, say it out, sir.
They have to have their culture and they have to have the Jamaican education.
That's important to you?
It's very important.
Where in the States you reside?
Miami.
In Florida?
Boca Raton, yeah.
Okay. But you want them to be educated in Jamaica?
College in the U.S.
The Jamaican culture?
Yeah, college in the U.S.
It means that much to you?
That is it. If you don't know who you are, where you're coming from, then what you're going to have.
You're going to be lost.
You're going to be lost.
Let's take a piece of your music right here on this back screen right now. Anthony, right here.
Hello, Mr. Oldness and Miss B. I know you are the leaders of Jamaica, but come on and talk to me. How do you feel when you see the homeless on the street? Who do you pray for at night before you sleep? Tell me, when you look in the ghettos, are you proud? How do you sleep when the rest of us cry? How do you feel when a mother has no hope to give her child? How do you walk never get praise or pay. Let me tell you about hard work. Working on a farm until you're old and grey. Let me tell you about hard work. Try to get back your house of the bank, take it away. Let me tell you about hard work. Politicians don't do hard work. So how do you sleep when the rest of us cry? How do you feel when the mother has no hope to give her child? How do you walk with your head held high? You can't even look me in my eyes.
Okay, there you have it. I'm going to call it hard work.
Hard work.
That's the title.
Hard work. How do you sleep, you know?
How do you sleep?
How do you sleep?
Wow.
This song is about the West Kingston massacre. That's what I call it.
So you're throwing some sticks at the leaders, the government,
That's Anthony B.
politicians.
That's Anthony B.
You're still very much in the politically incorrect realm. You're not easy over that.
It's a passion of the art, you know.
Yes.
This is cruel, you know. If this happened in England, Germany, any first world country as they call it, it wouldn't go down like this.
Passion of the heart.
You understand?
To chide politicians for not doing their work. Of course. Anthony B, so where do you go from here, sir? There's another song which we would have loved to premiere here. The marijuana song, now that it's all legal and everybody embracing it.
What a joy, you know?
What a joy for a man like you, eh?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, man. You
I'm
must be celebrating.
I'm telling you, I'm celebrating, you know?
Yeah.
But I can't just be happy neither because being a traveler, Winford, I'm just going to say, I would like to say to Jamaica and to all my Rastafarian brethren out there, there's only one country in the world marijuana is legal, and it's North Korea. In every other country, it is called a regulation, not legalization. And when something is regulated, it can be always reverse.
Yeah, they can always say
because
it's
that
illegal.
means it's not.
It's regulated.
It's not really. We don't confirm it yet.
So in North Korea, it is not. It is just another plant.
It's legal.
Right.
In Amsterdam, where people say marijuana is legal, it's not legal.
It's just regulated.
It's just regulated. So if they catch you with marijuana, you're not a Dutch citizen. You can still be arrested. If they take Colorado, people say, "Oh, I drive to Colorado just because."
So is that the consumption or trafficking or distribution? If you are caught in
it
Holland,
will be trafficking.
It will be
possession
trafficking.
and possession.
If you're smoking one.
Yeah, it will be possession and trafficking because you're not supposed to. Oh, you get it in Holland.
So if you're caught with a spliff, you're in trouble?
Yeah, because
I didn't
it's
know that.
moving.
Okay.
So it's all about regulation.
So
If you
but
go
there
to-
are places where you can go and consume, right? As a
under
visitor.
medical purposes. I got my medical card for Colorado. So that is so you have to have a license. You have to have a medical license to
You have to
prove
have a
that.
pass to consume.
I got some form of sickness.
I didn't know the fullness of it.
Yeah,
Forgive
that
me
is
on
the fullness. So I'm just hoping that my Rastafarian brethren in Jamaica try to look into that part of it. Don't just get carried away.
Okay.
Understand? And then start to say, oh, it's legal and we're going to just do this because you're still going to go to jail. Regulation don't mean legalization.
Yes.
Cigarette is legal. Flour is legal. You don't need me to follow this law that I can have 10 pounds of flour, 100 pounds. You hear the danger behind this now in Washington when they say legal for consumption. There's a new police force for this law. And now that this is legal for consumption, we have to test you. Like we got breathalyzer. So now we got a thing that when you smoke, you're blowing it. And the police say, okay, there's too much marijuana in your system.
In Colorado
so you're driving,
now?
you're driving under the influence. So you can be arrested and put to jail.
So you know,
Because I go through all of these proceedings. Because I'm so happy when I hear about legalization in Colorado. I drive there.
Yeah.
I take my friends and say, yeah, we're going to Colorado.
Yeah.
Reason why we were stopped in Georgia, because we're coming from Colorado.
So this weed was from Colorado.
Yes, because Colorado is next to Georgia. And you're going into Florida. So now you're coming, Georgia is the wickedest state. And it's over here, it's legal regulation. So, as you come across the border...
They might wait by you, especially a man like you.
They just arrest Rick Ross last week.
Oh.
In Georgia.
Them just sit there waiting.
Yeah, and what they do now, they cannot just stop you in Georgia because you're not speeding. So what they do now, they say, all right, in Florida, tint is legal. In Georgia, it's illegal. So if you're driving your car from Florida through Georgia, automatically you'll be stopped because
oh my goodness.
You cannot take the tint off the car.
Well, you know, at least, Anthony, you are on top of it.
Yeah, because I
go
go through so much trouble.
You're so educated on it, you can't get no more problems. So we don't have to worry about you. You're good.
We
appreciate this.
Give thanks for this, man.
And we're so happy, sir, to have you right here on stage and for you to clear up all these things for us. It sounds to me that you're an artist who many need to hear from and continue to track, because there's so much you can learn from you. So many artists in Jamaica's music can learn from you, legally and otherwise. All right, there you have him right here on stage, the original firebrand in dancehall, in reggae, internationally. Anthony B. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more on stage.
Hello, Mr. Oldness and Miss P. I know you are the leaders of Jamaica, but come on and talk to me. How do you feel when you see the homeless on the street? Who do you pray for at night before you sleep? Tell me, when you look in the ghettos, are you proud? How do you sleep when the rest of us cry? How do you feel when a mother has no hope to give her child? How do you walk with your head held high? You can't even look me in the eye. What do you know about hard work? Doing 4 jobs and never get raised a pay.